How are you today? Thank you so much for joining me this morning. Today is the first day of week 2 of our challenge. If you are participating in the challenge, maybe you're just doing this workout as a one-off. So individually or as part of the challenge, I'm really looking forward to working out with you today. Today we are going to be incorporating the use of some weights. I love the combination of Pilates and strength training. We're just going to be using some light weights today. So I've got a set of 3-pound hand weights. You can go even lighter than that if you would like to. I'm also going to be using an optional set of ankle weights to step up the intensity in the lower body work. So we are going to be including a warm up and a cool down, really important when we're working out to mobilize the major joints. So let's go ahead and get right into that warm up and stretch out the spine, wake up those muscles, and get moving. So I'm going to turn and face the end of my mat. You can be stood. I'm going to be kneeling for this. And we're just going to start by mobilizing the shoulders. So stacking the vertebra one on top of the other, and then lifting the crown of the head up toward the ceiling. We're going to circle the arms back and then circle them forward. Good. Circle them back and circle those arms forward. Good. So really reaching through those fingers, lengthening up through the crown of the head, starting to move into that Pilates breathing pattern, breathing deeply in through the nose, and then exhaling through the mouth. Circling backwards, opening through the chest, and forwards, lengthening through those fingers for 3. Try not to arch the spine here. And 2. And 1. Nicely done. Bring the arms out in front. Turn the palms so they're facing down. Shoulders are down away from the ears. Neck is long. We're inhaling here, and as we exhale, we're going to pull the right elbow back, looking out over right shoulder, stretching through the neck. Good. And then come forward. Exhale, pull left elbow back. Now try to keep your hips facing forward here as you pull back, getting that rotation happening in the spine. Good. Lengthening up through the crown of the head as you do so. Starting to activate the upper back muscles here as you pull back. Let's go 3. Nice work. 2. Rotate a little further if you can. And last 1. Nicely done. Lower the arms. From here, we're going to move into an all-fours position. We're going to curl the toes and lift the hips up toward the ceiling. Now, if you've just woken up, if this is your first stretch of the day, I want you to really bend into your knees to get that lift. We're going to flatten out the upper back here and then just start pedaling the feet. So drawing alternating heels down toward the mat, scooping the belly in, letting the head hang heavy between the shoulders, stretching the shoulders, stretching the spine, and lengthening the leg muscles here as we push those heels down toward the floor. Good, let's go 4, 3, 2, and 1. Level out the heels, drop the knees down to the mat, sink back into child's pose, lengthening through the spine. Drawing a nice deep inhale, filling the back of the rib cage, and slowly exhale. We'll take one more breath here. Inhale, reach through those fingers, reach and lengthen through that tailbone. And slowly exhale. Nicely done. Now from here, lifting up, we're going to really ensure that we are engaging those abdominal muscles. So you can sit with your legs crossed or you can still be stood if that's more comfortable for you. I'd like you to place your hands on your abdominals. We're going to take a nice deep inhale in through the nose. And as we exhale, we're going to contract the abdominal wall in toward the spine, softening the shoulders as we do so. Breathing in through the nose. And as we exhale, drawing your abdominals in towards your spine, moving them away from those fingertips. Good. Throughout the entire range of exhale. 2 more breaths. And exhale, connect with that core engagement. Great work. Last one. And exhale, drawing your belly button in towards your spine. Excellent. From here, we're going to move into our upper body portion of the workout. I'm going to take a hold of my weights. Again, I'm kneeling, but you can be stood for this if that's more comfortable on your knees. I'm going to sit up really nice and tall, making sure that that posture is in check. I'm going to take the weights in the hands. Palms are facing in toward each other. I'm going to lift the right arm up and lower. Lift the left arm up and lower. Lift both arms together and then lower the weight to shoulder height. Holding it there, we're going to bend at the elbows for a bicep curl and then extend and lower the weights. Let's repeat that. 1, 2, lift up together, lower to shoulder height, bend at the elbows, and extend those arms, lowering down. Good. Lift. Nice, strong, straight arms. Lift. Together, overhead, lower, control it to shoulder height, and pull those fists back toward the shoulders. Amazing work. Lift. A combination move here. Lift. Together. Keeping those arms parallel, lowering to shoulder height, keeping the neck long, shoulders down away from the ears. Nicely done. Working that control, moving up and down with resistance. Good. Pausing at shoulder height, pulling those fists toward the shoulders. Nice work. Now I want you to really engage your core as you move so that you're not arching or leaning back through the spine. Good. Lowering, bending at the elbows, and lowering down. Good. Last 3 sets. Amazing work. Bring it up, lower it down, and really flex those biceps. Good. Last 2 sets. You're doing so well. Keep moving with control. Good. Gaze stays straight ahead. Posture stays tall. Last set. 1, 2, together. Lower, bend at the elbows. Nicely done. Amazing work. Now we're going to lift the weight to shoulder height and we're going to pull back. So similar movement to when we were warming up, but now we're using the weights and we're alternating sides, pulling back. Now your aim here is to keep those weights at shoulder height. Again, trying to keep those hips facing forward as you pull back, rotating around the spine and activating those upper back muscles. Good, let's go. 5, 4, nice strong arms, full extension. 3, tighten through the core. 2, and we'll go 1 more each side, pull it back. Arms are working hard here. Amazing work. Nicely done. Now from here, we're going to hinge from the hips. So whether you're standing or you're kneeling, you're going to plug your navel in towards your spine, hinge forward, creating a nice flat back. Neck is in line with the spine. We're going to lift the elbows up. Elbows are not splayed out to the side here. We want to be pulling them in so that they're parallel. The upper back muscles are engaged. We're going to extend the right arm, extend the left arm, and then extend both arms together. Good. So extend one, extend the other, and then pull those arms back. Hold for a split second and then bend. So I want you to really focus on the backs of the arms doing the work here as you extend those arms. 1, 2, together, and hold. Good. So try to hold again, like I said, just for that split second on the extension so that the backs of the arms are really having to work hard. Amazing. 1, 2, together and hold. Good. 1, 2, together and hold. Good. 3 more sets. 2, together and hold. Amazing work. You're doing great. Stick with it. Keep those elbows elevated, high as you can. Keep the core engaged. And last one together, and we're going to hold with that extension for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. Now from here, we're going to move ourselves into some tricep dips. So we're going to draw the elbows back behind. Arms are parallel, elbows are pointed behind at the wall. The fingers are pointing toward the toes. We're going to keep the chest nice and open, engage the core, and lift up into a reverse tabletop. Holding in this position, we're going to lower and lift, pressing up through the heels of the hands. Lower and drive up through the heels of the hands. Good. Engage your core as you breathe out to lift. Lower and lift. Good. Keep pressing up. Good. Lowering with control and then straightening those arms. Let's go. 5 and 4. You're doing great. For 3 and 2 and final 1. Lift. Extend right leg. Extend left leg. Lower your bum softly down to the floor. Lift the arms up and fold over the lower body. Stretching and lengthening through the spine. Releasing tension in the head, neck, and shoulders. Breathing deeply in through the nose and out through the mouth. Nicely done. Now I'm going to move into the lower body portion of the workout and put the ankle weights on for this. Again, these are optional. So even without the weights, you're still going to activate your glutes and work your thighs. The weights just make it that little bit more challenging. Actually, a lot more challenging with the weights, I find. Okay. We're going to move down into an all-fours position at the very top of the mat. Now from here, I'm going to drop down onto my left forearm so that I can open up on a diagonal to the side with this right leg. So from this position, I want you to really lengthen through the neck. Don't let those shoulders come up by your ears. Take that right leg out on a diagonal. We're going to lift it up, bend at the knee, and extend. Bend at the knee and extend. Good. Amazing. Bend and extend. Bend and extend. Now I want you to really plug in your waistline here as well. Let's go. 10, 9, lengthen out through the big toe. 7, find length through your neck. 6, keep extending out on that diagonal for 5 and 4. Last 3 and 2. Draw belly to spine as you extend the leg out. Nice work. Holding on that extension, we're going to tap and lift the leg. Tap and lift. I want you to really focus on your spine being nice and long, on your neck being nice and long, and your core being engaged as you squeeze those side glutes with every lift. Good. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, amazing work. 7, 6, 5, keep lifting. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it here. Nicely done. We're going to bend, extend, bend, extend. So try to make this really active. As you bend, just don't sort of let your heel flop towards your bum. You want to really be contracting those hamstrings, contracting the gluteus medius as you do so. Good. Amazing work. Nicely done. Let's go 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. Lower down. Amazing. Now we're going to switch sides. So coming into an all fours position or dropping down onto your forearms if that's more comfortable for you. We're going to extend and lengthen through the spine, plug the navel in, wrists below the shoulders, knees below the hips, extend the left leg. Now from here, lifting left leg, we're going to bend the knee and extend the leg. Bend and extend. Bend and extend. I'm noticing now that I'm looking at my video in my laptop here next to me that my leggings are inside out. I must have got, well, I know I did get dressed in the dark this morning. My goodness, okay. Good, let's go 5. Squeeze the glutes. 4, amazing work. 3, and 2, final 1, and then going into those leg lifts. So tapping and lifting, tapping and lifting. So we're really squeezing those left glutes with every lift. Amazing, you're doing great. Let's go 5, keep those hips square with the mat. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it here, come down onto those forearms. Lift the leg an inch higher, still lengthen through the spine, plug navel in and pulse. Little controlled pulses here. You've got this. Good. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Take the knees nice and wide and sink back into child's pose. Breathing deeply in through the nose and out through the mouth. Nice work. Okay, from here, we're going to switch sides. So I would like you to come into your all fours position and then drop down onto that right forearm. From here, we're taking the left leg out on that diagonal. We're finding length through the leg, finding length through the side body, and then we're going to bend and extend out on that diagonal, keeping a nice long neck. Amazing work. Finding length. Switching on the gluteus medius muscle. Nice work. Let's go 9, 8, full extensions in each repetition. Good. Last 5, 4, keep that neck really long, core end is engaged. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Keeping the leg out on that diagonal, we're lowering and lifting. Lowering and lifting. Squeezing the glutes as we do so. Finding length. Working into that waistline. Keep breathing and squeezing and lengthening with every lift. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower it down. Amazing. Now coming up again, bending and extending, bending and extending. Really contracting those hamstrings, squeezing those glutes every time you bend and straighten the leg for 10, 9, 8, 7, you're doing great. Keep that leg elevated. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax it down. Nice work. Switching over to that right side now. Lengthening through the leg, knees below the hips or knee below the hip, and wrist below the shoulders. From here, we're bringing the knee in and stretching the leg out long. Bringing it in and actively lengthening through that big toe as we extend. Good. Inhale in, exhale, extend. Let's go 9, 8, pointing hard through the toe, really forcefully kicking that leg out behind you. For 5, 4, 3, nicely done, 2, and final 1, amazing. Lower the leg, lift the leg, lower, squeeze the bum. Now remember, you're not sort of swinging that leg up and overarching the spine. You're moving up with precision and control. Keep pushing the mat away so that you're nice and broad across those shoulders. Good. Squeeze the bum with every lift. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Holding it there. And from here, we're going to come down onto those forearms and we're going to pulse. Little controlled pulses here, squeezing those glutes, tightening that core. Good work. Lift a little bit higher if you can. Let's go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Take the knees nice and wide and stretch and lengthen through the spine. Breathing deeply in through the nose and out through the mouth. Let's bring ourselves up to a cross-leg position or to a seated position, and we're just going to remove those ankle weights. Breathing, regulating the breath, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Great. From here, we're going to take hold of our hand weights and we're going to slowly lower down to the mat, 1 vertebra at a time. Now, from here, we're going to bring the weights over the shoulders, separate the legs so they're about hip distance apart, and we're going to lift up and lower. So the heads of the weights are touching. We're just going into a small crunch, lifting those weights up, contracting the abdominal wall, and then lowering. So lift up, reaching for the ceiling, and lower. Lift up, little pulse, and lower. Good. So we're holding and then relaxing it down. Holding in that crunch and relaxing it down. Good. As you come up, we're breathing out, drawing the navel down toward the spine. You're doing great. Gently working into those abdominals, starting to build up the energy with every crunch. Good. For 3 and 2 and final 1, and relax head, neck, and shoulders down. Good. Now taking the weights in the hands so the palms are facing in toward each other. We're going to inhale, and as we exhale, we're going to bring the weights toward the side of the body, hold, and then lower down, bring the weights over the shoulders. Curling crunch up, hold, and lower down. Good. Lift and hold, and lower with control. Lift and hold, and lower down. Great work. Good. Really focusing on peeling up so your head rests on top of your shoulders, so your gaze is looking out between your inner thighs. Nice, strong, straight arms. Let's go 3 and 2 And final one, hold it here. Stretch the legs out long. Take the weights overhead. Heads of the weights are touching. We're going to inhale. And as we exhale, we're going to peel up, reaching up for the ceiling. Now, if it's too much to come all the way down to the mat and lift, you're going to curve back like so, and then lift up. Curve back and lift up. Otherwise, you're coming all the way up from the mat. Good. Working those lower abs as you lower down. Working the upper abs as you lift. Nicely done. Lift and strengthen the core on your way up as well as on your way down. Good. Tuck your tailbone, squeeze your thighs as you lower. Amazing work. Let's go 3. Lower with control. And 2. Amazing. Last one. Great work. Hold it here. Now from here, we're going to bring the weights to shoulder height. Palms are facing in toward each other. We're going to work into the obliques here. So we're going to pull back through that left side and back to center. Pull back, bending at the knee. If it's too much with the weights, I want you to just drop them off and focus on the core, working into the waistline as you pull back and bend the knee. Good work. Inhale forward, exhale, pull back. Let's go 6, 5, 4, nice work. Last 2, and final 1. Lower the weights off to the side, and we're going to lower down 1 vertebrae at a time. Now, from this position, I'd like you to take your hands behind your head, bring your knees in toward your chest, and from here, we're going to tap the elbows and the knees together and then extend the legs out long. Tap and extend. If it's too much with the extension, I want you to tap and then just lower the feet to the mat. Tap and lower. Otherwise, you're adding in that extension, tapping and extending, bringing everything in tight and then extending out long. Good work. As you bring it in, I want you to really draw your navel tightly in towards your spine. Good. Slightly lifting your tailbone up off the mat to work deep into those lower abs as well as the center of your abs. Getting some upper ab work in here too. It's a really effective core move. Let's go 3, 2, and final 1. I would like you to take your hands around your shins and just rock from side to side. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. For 3 and 2 and 1. Nice work. From here, we're going to take the hands behind the thighs and roll ourselves up into a seated position. And we're going to stretch. So I'd like you to come into a plank, lengthen through the legs, and hold for a moment for 3, 2, and 1. Then fold the right leg under the body and stretch that back leg out behind you. Good. Lengthening through the spine. And then if it feels comfortable for you, you can fold over that bent leg, or you can remain upright. Taking nice deep breaths in through the nose and slow controlled exhales out through the mouth. Amazing work. Let's step back into that plank, holding for 3, 2, and 1, switching sides. Lengthening through the leg. Stretching into those hips and glutes. Breathing deeply in through the nose and out through the mouth. If you want to fold over that bent leg, you can. For 3 and 2 and 1. Bring yourself into a cross-leg position. And from here, we're just going to stretch out our obliques a little bit. So I'd like you to lift the arms up nice and high, lower your left hand down to the mat, and reach over to the left side with your right hand, keeping your right bum cheek down on the floor, stretching through the side body. For 3 and 2 and 1, lift up, lower right hand, reach up and over with your left. Keeping your left bum cheek down on the floor. Finding length through the side. For 3 and 2 and 1, return to center. From here, I'm going to cross my right arm over the chest and just stretch out the right shoulder. Slowing down the breathing. Applying a little bit more pressure to the back of the arm to stretch that shoulder. And then releasing and crossing the left arm over across the chest. Keeping the neck nice and long, breathing deeply, applying a little bit of pressure to the back of the arm to deepen the stretch. For 3 and 2 and 1. Lift your shoulders up by your ears and then roll them down and back. For 2, melting away tension. And last 1, elevate the shoulders and melt them down and back. Amazing work. I hope you enjoyed that routine. It was great working out with you this morning. Well done for making it this far in the challenge. It's going to be a great week of weighted workouts, and I look forward to moving again with you very soon. So enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.